If you got him, light him, Washington fans. We just got Marshon Lattimore, y'all. We just got Marshon Lattimore. Are you kidding me? Come on, Adam Peters. Let's go. I cannot believe it, y'all. Come on, man. Turn me up. Our playoff chances are wide the fuck open right now. Y'all. This is crazy. What is life, man? I'm about to tear my whole desk apart, y'all. Come on, man. We're talking about Jonathan Jones. We're talking about all these like reliable guys, some like small picks. Adam Peters said, we are going to outbid the Kansas City Chiefs and two other AFC contending teams. And we're going to go get fucking Marshon Lattimore to be a lockdown corner on the outside. So Jaden Daniels can lead us to the fucking promised land. You kidding me? Let's go, man. Hey, it's only 1 o'clock here in Texas. I haven't even had breakfast. But look, Adam about to have me smoking and drinking at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you kidding me, y'all? The fact that he said we're going to get aggressive and we're going to talk about what this means. We're going to talk about the picks. We're going to break it all down. We are live, y'all. If anything happens, I'm going to say it. I got the notifications on. Guys, this is, come on, man. Blow up the chat. Let's go. It's Lights Out says, let's go, Josh. Let's go, Commanders. HTTC chat's blowing up. Peters realized our schedule is easy this year, and we got to take advantage of it. Y'all, if we have Marshon Lattimore, we beat the Ravens. I don't want to say the Bucks because Mike Evans always cooked Lattimore. But outside of that, y'all, we only have one loss if we have Marshon Lattimore to start the season. Are you kidding me? Bro, Marshon Lattimore and A.J. Brown twice this year? Holy shit. Bro, he better lock down Pickens on Sunday. My boy, he better be on the way to Dulles International Airport right now. Right now. He about to lock down Pickens on Sunday. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, y'all. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it, man. We just got Marshon Lattimore. And the first off, like I said, we'll talk about the trade. His contract, oh my God, it is so favorable. His contract is fucking amazing. And I know I said on my last video I was not going to cuss anymore because I know there's kids that watch this channel, and I have kids come up to me at the games. They're like, Josh, I love your channel. I love your stuff. I am sorry. You're going to have to watch me on mute for this one because, guys, it is time to celebrate. Our window is wide open. We're about to win the NFC East. It's going to be Washington and Detroit in the NFC playoff, in the NFC championship game. And that's going to be a fucking showdown. And then it's going to be Washington versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'll see y'all in New Orleans. Josh Hart had me worried for a second. He said, Commanders aren't done, but he said, I hope they're not done. I think they are done. So that's why I said, fuck it, I'm going to go live right now because we got to talk about this, y'all. Oh my gosh. Hey, shout out to Television, the GOAT of photography, bro. Shout out the picture of Jaden Daniels doing the leap in the Bears. It's everywhere. You the GOAT, bro. Providing us the best photography content. You and Serge are the GOATs of Washington photography, bro. Shout out to y'all. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Everybody's hyped. Shout out to Nico. Let's go. AP, bro. AP has been on demon time since he got here, man. Once I met him for the first time at the Senior Bowl, I had no idea this man was going to single-handedly change my life more than any other person ever has in my life. Bro, I'm getting texts from Bills fans, Cleveland Browns fans, Cowboys fans. My uncle's a Cowboy fan. He's like, congrats. Bro, I'm getting congrats from people I haven't heard of in a long time. A long time. This is massive. People around the league are so excited about this move. Richard Sherman was like, this is such a good fit. They just got a dog. Oh my God, yo. We got a corner one. And I wanted this so bad because the draft sucks, y'all. I've been telling y'all this for the last month, and some people have been mad at me when I say it. Like, oh, well, we can still find guys. This draft is booty cheeks. Commanders just posted it out. Officially official. Blurry, you can't see it. Of course, he has to take his physical and stuff. But man, I'm not even worried about his hamstring. I am not worried about his hamstring. That boy is fine. Not a single soul wanted to play on that New Orleans Saints team, y'all. Hell no. He got the Devontae Adams hamstring. Y'all, this is so exciting, man. We're about to be live for a while. We're going to enjoy this as long as possible. Hell, I might be just live for the next 2 hours right up to the deadline. Like I said, I think Washington's going to be done. But there's so much to break down with this. Who's going to start outside with him? How much are we paying him? How long is he going to be here? What picks we gave up? Was it worth it? Let's get to it. Shout out to Nico, said Chris Rodriguez needs to pick a new number. Got to. Marshon coming for that 23. I hate to say it. He looked nice on Sunday. He filled in for B-Rob just fine. But hey, you gonna get a bag, Chris. You gonna get a bag. Don't worry about it. You're going to be compensated just fine for that 23. Marshon needs that thing, and do some justice for that 23 because it's been a while. It has been a while since Washington's had a good corner 23, by the way. Let's see. Let's go, Caps. Let's go. Missing that 23 play. Yep, that's what I'm saying, man. It's been a while since we've had a 23 that deserved to wear that number on the outside. Gucci Sushi. Love the names that turn up. Adam Peters. It's Lights Out says, I don't think they're done. I think they are because we did give up a good amount of picks. But I mean, the only other person I was really keeping an eye on was Mike Williams because we've been linked heavily to wide receivers over the last week. And even like today, this morning, there was a lot of like wide receiver smoke. Only ones I can think of is like KJ Osborne, Adam Thielen, and Mike Williams was the other one I said keep an eye on just because, I don't know. But a 5th round pick for Mike Williams, I'm kind of glad. I would not have wanted to do that, like trade the 5th we just got from the Saints to the Jets for that. I don't think so. Let's go, Caps. You think he'll play Sunday? Hell yeah, he's going to play Sunday. I'm not worried about that hamstring injury at all. Like I said, nobody wanted to be out there. That Saints team is so bad. So bad. And we got to go to New Orleans. My boy's got to go back to New Orleans. Y'all might have to go to that game. He's about to go back to New Orleans, lock down Chris Olave. This Sunday, Marshon Lattimore is going to be locking down. I'm probably screaming into this mic right now. I apologize. He's going to lock down George Pickens. Russell Wilson is going to be in hell on Sunday. Ain't nobody going to be open. They're going to have to run the ball 35 times, which they might be able to because they've been running that ball really well lately. But George Pickens is going to be in hell. Yo, I've been seeing, and I know he's missed some games. Like I said, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I just want to get y'all's chats because I appreciate it. Abel's popping bottles. Let's go AP Cook. Let's go Super Bowl run. Loading. Absolutely, man. This thing is wide open, and this is why I said that Washington should be buyers this whole time. Everybody around the league is dropping like flies, y'all. Everybody is hurt. Dak is on IR. The NFC East is wide open. The 49ers have been out of it for so long. It's just, I mean, they have like the Cardinals making the playoffs right now. Like the Bears dropped out quick. Like, I mean, guys, we have so much momentum. We are a good team. Like, we need to throw away all that PTSD bullshit, all of the old regime stuff. Guys, we are a good team. This isn't some fluky stuff. We aren't some random like 12 seed in the March Madness tournament making some run and we're just getting hot. Guys, we are a good team. We picked the right quarterback. We signed the right free agents. We drafted the right guys. Guys, we have not missed on anything this offseason. We haven't missed on anything. We are way ahead of schedule because of Jaden Daniels and because how good he is. You have to take advantage. Adam Peters has been in this situation, y'all. He's been with the 49ers where they've gotten to the Super Bowl, gotten to the NFC Championship, and haven't been able to get it done. I promise you, that man is sick of this shit. Adam Peters is sick and tired of getting so close and not making the right moves. He traded for Christian McCaffrey. They made some aggressive moves, got rid of Buckner. They made some questionable things. But I'm telling y'all, I had a feeling something was going to happen because of Adam Peters, because he's been here before. He sees that window. You don't just say, oh, we're going to build. Like, of course we're building long-term. Guys, I don't know if we have the most, draft picks. Now, we'll talk about that. We have the second most salary cap next year, even after this Marshon Lattimore trade. Guys, wait till I hear this contract. Wait till you hear what we're paying this guy. Nothing. Guys, we have the second most salary cap going into next season. I think I'll have to reevaluate the numbers because we're paying him $18 million next year, unless they restructure anything, which they shouldn't, because $18 million a year for a lockdown corner. Denzel Ward's getting $20 million a year. I don't know who the top corner is right now. Somebody look that up. Somebody look up top corner contract for me and drop it in the chat. But guys, the window is that we are built for long term, but we are also built to get this shit done right now. Like if you aren't excited about this, and I had a lot of people come at me, oh, but Josh, he's hurt. He only played 10 games last year and 7-4. Bro, I don't care. People get hurt. Look at the league right now. Are you telling me that, Justin Jefferson got hurt last year right around the time of his contract? He's not going to be worth it? You think T. Higgins isn't going to be worth it because of his small injuries? Guys, my boy did not tear his ACL, MCL, PCL, LCL, whatever else is in your knee. He's fine. He's fine. You got to do it. You got to do it. Mahomes to IR. I did not see that. I don't think Mahomes is going to the IR. If he is, that's crazy because he looked fine last night. But I'm just saying, guys, this thing is wide open right now. This is why you are aggressive. Yes, Chris Rod better give up that 23. He got to. He does have a hamstring injury, says TJ. So I don't know about the Steelers, but hopefully by next Thursday for the Eagles. I really do think, and I might be wrong. I'm not saying I know because I don't. But my gut tells me he's fine. From everything I saw, I know him and Kool-Aid, shout out to Kool-Aid, both had hamstring injuries, but they did not sound bad at all. Like it sounded like, if he would have stayed on the Steelers, he'd be playing this upcoming Sunday. So, in my gut, Stephon Gilmore, they signed the Vikings signed him off the streets, and he was starting the next week. But he fits our defense so well. I just know Dan Quinn had his hat on backwards talking to AP. He's like, if you can give me Marshon Lattimore, we're gonna cook some shit up for you, AP. We're gonna cook some stuff up for you. If you can go give me Marshon Lattimore, I got you. I just know Dan Quinn with that backwards hat on was hype. They dapping each other up right now in Ashburn. In 7 games, only giving up 8 catches for 80 yards. He is a demon. Y'all, I'm telling you, I got some stats I'm going to go through. I'm just trying to get through as many of these chats as possible. If you haven't been here before, hit that subscribe button because the channel's blowing up and you don't want to miss out on anything. Y'all, I'm on this channel full time now. This is my life. If you cannot tell, I'm super passionate about this. We are blowing this thing up. Hit that like button. And then also, if you haven't, join as a member. It is super cheap and it is worth it. I'm telling y'all guys, this is this is a special season. We're not even halfway through it all. I think we're right at halfway. Guys, what is going on? We are the talk of the town. We are the talk of the league right now. Him and Lattimore with Mikey Noah is a solid corner rotation. So there's an article that came out that Adam Schefter posted that John Keim wrote with, I think, the Saints, ESPN guy. So I'll talk about that, and they gave their thoughts on what they think is going to happen. DC gave up a 2025 third, fourth, fifth, and sixth round pick. So let's talk about the trade conversation. Let's talk about it. So when it came down to it, I got so many just pictures on my phone I'm trying to go through. Washington gave up a third round pick for this year, a fourth round pick for this year, the 6th round pick that we got from the Saints for the John Ridgeway trade. So we gave that back to the Saints, and we got Marshon Lattimore and the Saints 5th round pick for this year. He's 28 years old. He's in his prime right now. I'm so fine with that trade compensation. Guys, the corner market and the draft took such a hit this year. And I'm telling you, GMs it is not a secret that teams are not that excited about this draft class. And I know you have your Travis Hunter and You have your Will Johnson, and you have some top corner. Guys, we're going to be picking late 20s, early 30s, unless we just completely plummet from here on out, which we're not. We're going to win the NFC East. We're going to make a run in the playoffs, and we're going to go play the Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship game. First off, the only corner I could have thought of was like Takario Davis, but Savon Revel, season-ending injury. Benjamin Morrison, season-ending injury. The dude from Florida, who was probably around in our range, season-ending injury. Like, the corner class was bad. So I have a couple people saying, Josh, we gave up so many picks, man. I don't know. I don't like giving up picks, Josh. For this draft, first off, we already had so many picks. I don't care. Adam Peters fleeced the Eagles and got a third for Jahan Dotson. And that's not this one that we got, which is technically the Dolphins pick, which in my opinion is the better pick because obviously we're better than the Dolphins. So we gave up our third round pick, our fourth round pick this year, and then the sixth from the John Ridgway trade. I am so okay with that, y'all, because this isn't a stopgap. This isn't some random like, oh, he's going to be here next year, and then we got to kind of just figure things out moving forward. That's not what this is at all. And by the way, this is our remaining draft picks that we still have: a first, a second, a third, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, and a seventh. So we still have plenty picks. We still have 7 picks. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7. We still have 7 draft picks. So that's plenty. And then we have the second most salary cap for the season next year. Like I said, I'm going to have to look at it and see where, like, who all is third and stuff. Obviously, there's some moving parts. But before this trade, we were second salary cap going into free agency. Insane. Now, let's talk about the contract because that's big too. And shout out to Spot Track, posted this yesterday, said the new team that acquires Marshon Lattimore has to pay, get this, this is guaranteed, $605,000 in 2024. This man is playing for the Washington Commanders for $605,000 this season. He is getting paid everything else from the New Orleans Saints for this season. So when we're going on this playoff run and we are smacking ass in the playoffs, he's only making $605,000 from us. That is crazy. That is insane. The Saints have a dead cap this year of $14 million they're taking from him. Yo, that's crazy. We're paying $600,000, y'all. We're literally pretty much buying him a house and that's it. That's insane. Next year, he's getting $18 million non-guaranteed from us in 2025. And then in 2026, only $18.5 million non-guaranteed from us. That is a wonderful contract that we are taking on. Absolutely masterclass taking that on. Absolutely. Let's see. Greg said, love this move. This will definitely elevate the other corners play as well. And that's big. So something I've brought up in the last few corner videos, and it's just a little nugget that Kyle mentioned a few days ago on Twitter, was like, hey, someone said, hey, do you think San Francisco's going to stay on the outside? And he was like, no, the long-term plan is for him to go back inside and, he could just sit there and do his thing and then get some help on the outside. So this move, and I'm going to bring up the article. I'm going to read it. Hell, maybe I'll just put it up on the screen so we can all read it. Let me pull up my Twitter page real quick on here. And they want to move San Francisco back inside. They didn't want him to be out there. He's been playing really well on the outside. It's not saying that he's just not doing good. It's just that they know that is what can be best for the team. Moving him back inside, that's been the plan all along. All right, let's pull up this article. Let's read this thing together. Now that I got all my stuff off my screen, y'all don't need to be knowing my business. Let's see if I can find it. I got so many tabs. There we go. All right. So this is from Kime, and then whoever does the Saints thing, I forgot to read his name. The Washington Commanders solidified their secondary Tuesday, trading for New Orleans Saints cornerback Marshon Lattimore. God did. Sources told ESPN Adam Schefter the Commanders traded 2025 picks in the third and fourth rounds, but also gave the Saints back the 2025 6th-round pick they acquired in the previous trade this summer for D tackle John Ridgway. In addition to Lattimore, Washington received a 2025 5th-round pick. Love it. And we still have we have 7 picks in the 2025 draft. Washington lacked corner depth in addition to a top-end star. This is what we've been saying, y'all. We needed a corner one, like badly. The Commanders used Ben St. Juste as their top corner. Sometimes it's worked out well. Sometimes it's been disaster. With Mikey Sainristil on the other side, but Sainristil was drafted to play their slot corner, and the move outside was more from necessity. The coaches have said often that they view Sainristil as a future slot corner. This move allows Washington to put him back inside. Here's the nugget. With Lattimore and St. Juste on the outside. So it sounds like they are going to go St. Juste on the outside opposite of Lattimore. Maybe, and someone mentioned it just a second ago. Greg, shout out to Greg. This is why I love y'all coming up in the chat and giving y'all's thoughts. Maybe this helps elevate St. Juste. Maybe he can, St. Juste is actually kind of old. It doesn't seem like we've had him long, but he's actually kind of old. Maybe St. Juste can learn some things from Marshon Lattimore, and play better with him on the outside. And this allows Sainristil to go inside to the nickel where he belongs, where he had all those interceptions in college. Now, like I said, he was holding it down on the outside. Sainristil looked great on the outside. I loved it. Let's Go Cap says Pat McAfee's reaction is pretty cool too. I'll have to go look that up. Shout out to his lights out saying Jalen Ramsey is the top paid corner in the league, making $24.1 million a year. We are paying Marshon Lattimore $18 million next year, $18.5 million in 2026. And you know the market's going to reset. Someone else is going to get paid a ton. Hold on. How is Jalen Ramsey making more than my guy PS2, Patrick Surtain? Hold on now. Let me look this up. Top NFL corner. Gosh, my laptop's too far away. Contracts. Because, guys, 18 mil for him for the next 2 years. You kidding me? Dang, yep, Jalen Ramsey. Gosh. Making 24.1. Patrick Surtain's making 24. So, of course, it's not much difference. Why did I just zoom in on my face? So, dude, $18 million for him. That is crazy. That is insane. But yeah, back to this article. Let me just bring this up real quick, and we'll look at the rest of it real quick before we get into some more stats and why you should be so excited about this trade if you aren't already. Like I said, guys, there's actually some people like, oh, I don't know, Josh. This feels like Josh Norman. Guys, this is not Josh Norman. And it's something else that was talked about. Talking about Forbes. We drafted him in the first round, but he's a backup. He's only appeared in 5 games. And of 2 of those games, he's only played 6 or fewer snaps. Not good. Can't even play special teams. He's a healthy scratch sometimes, or he's just getting nothing. And it's been mentioned. This is something I talked about on Bleacher Report yesterday, on the stream, that Adam Peters is probably fielding some calls for Forbes. He's probably calling some people saying, "Hey, like, and we can get that 6 back if we trade for Forbes." But, and Bree said this on Twitter. Shout out to Bree. She said, I don't think, maybe teams don't want him, but corner's such a premium position that teams are going to want to at least take a fly on him. He's a first-round pick last year. Some teams probably going to want to take a swing on Forbes and see what they can get out of him. Like I said, if it's a 6th or 7th round pick, I mean, if I'm a team that needs a corner and I'm not Washington, I'm like, all right, y'all, maybe we should do it. But I mean, we don't have much longer. I don't know if we'll actually end up trading Forbes, but we'll see. But Washington ranks 21st in yards per pass attempt, but 5th in passing yards per game. The Commanders are 18th in opposing quarterback passer rating. Lattimore made the Pro Bowl 4 times between 2017 and 21, but has missed 19 games over the past 2 seasons, including 2 games this season with the hamstring injury. Lattimore has been subject to trade speculation for almost a year after he worked with the Saints to restructure his contract for maximum flexibility last December. Like I said, this is pretty much what I mentioned to y'all. He has 2 more years remaining on his contract that calls for cap hits of $18 million in 25 and $18.5 million for 26. But there's no more guaranteed money on his current deal. He'll count $605,000 for Washington the rest of the season. And here's some other stuff that I was telling y'all. According to roster management system, the Commanders have the 2nd most cap space in 2025, but they only have 30 players under contract next season, including Marshon Lattimore. So yeah, we do have to pay some guys. Guys like Jeremy Chin are balling out. He's gonna have to, get another contract. We're gonna have to rework a couple of guys. We're not done building this roster, obviously, but for this season, how this team's playing, we all knew the thing that was missing was a lockdown number 1 corner on the outside that could stop these big explosive plays. And we went and filled that. Maybe another wide receiver. Like I said, it's been talked about a couple times. Washington might need a wide receiver. But guys, we just got a tweet from my boy, Magic Johnson. Said, this is exciting news for our team and our fans. Congratulations to Commanders GM Adam Peters on a great move acquiring Marshon Lattimore. He is one of the top corners in the league and will strengthen our defense. I need someone that just posts things about me like Magic Johnson. I love Magic Johnson because I'm a Michigan State basketball fan. Not a lot of people know that. I've met Magic Johnson a couple times at DC in the Elite Eight when we beat Duke. I was like pretty much running on the court. I shouldn't have. And Magic Johnson was there, but love Magic Johnson. But people are so excited for this move, y'all. People are beyond excited for this move, as you should be. And like I said, guys, we've had more people jump into the chat recently, join the live. Hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on anything. And hit the like button so more Washington fans can be notified that we are live right now talking about the biggest trade. Gosh, the biggest trade since when? For us. I mean, you can talk about Deshaun Jackson, Josh Norman, God, Albert Haynes. No, we didn't trade for Albert Haynes. We just signed him in free agency. Like, this is the biggest move. Like, first off, I mean, defensively, when's the last like person we've gotten of this caliber? I mean, we drafted John Allen, we drafted Dron Payne, but like talent-wise, we haven't gone out there and like traded or signed someone of this caliber on defense. Are you kidding me? For a long time. Let's see what else we got here in the chat. Trying to get to everyone. Ridgeway and Dotson for Lattimore. Adam Peters is cooking. Absolutely, Jay, man. This is awesome. Josh, do you think Mikey is going to move inside and St. Juice move to cornerback too? Yes. And I will say, man, Noah Igbenogany, shout out to him. He's been playing super well. And I'm glad you said that because it's been super unnoticed. And this is a guy I had no expectations for. And honestly, he's been, talk about boundary corners, he's been better than St. Jude's. Like, Noah's been actually really solid. And he's, he played with Dan Quinn before. He's still only 24 years old too. And he was a first-round pick as well. Not a lot of people remember Noah. I just know him because he played at Auburn, and I'm an Alabama fan. But, man, Marcel said, so hold up, the team isn't paying him for the next 2 years. So we just have to pay him $600,000 this year, but only $18 million towards our cap space next year. But the Saints are still taking a massive dead cap this year and next year. But, guys, we got him for only $18 million a year. Looking at corners, get this ad out of here, man. I'm trying to look at contracts. Talking about per year average, he's above Carlton Davis and below Jalen Johnson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'd be 11th in the league on a per year basis for next year. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, just a massive move, y'all. This is what a time to be alive. We are way ahead of schedule. No one expected us to be this good. And we're making big moves. The draft, like, people weren't excited for all the picks. People weren't excited for all the free agency signings we had. And Adam Peters the whole time was just like, I don't care. I don't care. Y'all are going to see. Y'all are going to see. Oh my gosh, this is so good. A person said this was necessary. Lattimore is going to provide a lot of experience to a pretty young cornerback room. Yeah, like I said, trying to see if anything else trade happens, like, please let me know because I cannot even like look at my phone fully right now. It is blowing up. But I mean, St. Juice is actually older than I thought he would be, but still, like I said, Sanders still is a rookie. Like, the secondary in general, if you start throwing in Quan Martin, Jeremy Chin, I guess we can call him a veteran. He's not like, a vet. Like, he's not like Zach Ertz or anything like that. But man, this guy is going to be here for this year, 25 and 26. Like, we're getting the best out of him. And then maybe you re-sign him to like a cheap vet deal after 2026, like going into 27. I absolutely love this. Do I think wide receiver is still an option? Maybe, but it's not going to be anything crazy. Like T. Higgins isn't getting traded. Like, dear God, if we traded for T. Higgins, I would burn my apartment down. But if we do like trade for a wide receiver, it's going to be somebody small. But I don't see it happening now. Like I said, maybe KJ Osborne, maybe Adam Thielen. That's like the only two I could really like think about. Do I think he plays Sunday? I think so. I'm telling you, he about to be in the film room tomorrow. He might have a sleepover with Luvu and Bobby Wagner and Mikey Sanders still. I don't know if St. Juice is invited or not, but they about to have like a sleepover, watch some film, and start talking about technique, start breaking things down. But y'all, this is so exciting, man. I found some stats that I really wanted to talk about. And just put in perspective like how good he's actually been the last few years. And by the way, Marshon Lattimore since 2021 has a 35.1% open target rate allowed, which is the 5th best among corners in the league, with a minimum of 1,000 snaps. So he's consistent. Preston Smith just got traded to the Steelers. Steelers making a lot of moves today. Steelers traded for Mike Williams and Packers pass rusher Preston Smith. So we might have to face 2 new guys on Sunday with Mike Williams and Preston Smith. But the Steelers mean business. They are trading and trying to get better. So, gosh, they got TJ Watt and Preston Smith now. That's pretty dang good. So O-line's going to be tested on Sunday if he ends up playing, which I would think he would, to be honest with you. But man, Mike Williams, I don't know how much of an impact he would actually have on Sunday. Their wide receivers do not scare me at all, especially now with Marshon Lattimore. I'm not worried about Pickens. He can't seem to get 2 feet down to save his life. But the worst thing about having a tweet that blows up is you get hit with so many spam and OnlyFans girls and people trying to sell me like parlay hits and stuff like that. Just like, oh, join this guy. He doesn't miss his parlays. I got parlays for bookies and blah. Absolute worst. Trying to weed through them all. So the Steelers are making moves. But Marshon Lattimore has allowed a negative 12.3% completion percentage over expected when targeted as the nearest defender of the season. That is 3rd. That's this season, by the way. This season. People ask me if he fell off. He did not fall off. This is this season. That's 3rd lowest among 75 outside corners. Lattimore has been targeted on just 9.7% of coverage snaps, which is the 2nd lowest among all corners. People know not to target Marshon Lattimore. So St. Juice, you better have them cleats on tight for the rest of the season because you're going to get targeted. People do not target Marshon Lattimore. He has been targeted on just 9.7% of his coverage snaps. That is crazy. 2nd lowest. QBs have a 70.4 passer rating when targeting Marshon Lattimore over the last 3 years. So he's been doing it for a while, but then also this season. Number 1 in the league, Jalen Johnson, Renardo Green. Shout out to Renardo, rookie. Number 2, and then 3, Marshon Lattimore, negative 12.3% completion percentage over expected. So we've been talking about Jaden Daniels and his passing, his EPA is over expected. This is Marshon Lattimore, negative 12.3% completion percentage. First off, I didn't even know you could get into the negatives like that, which is just insane. Absolutely crazy. And here's another one. This might be the best one. Marshon Lattimore has not allowed a touchdown in single coverage since 2021. Let that sink in. Marshon Lattimore has not allowed a touchdown in single coverage since 2021. That's crazy. That is... God is good. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yo, this is a true lockdown corner that we got. Like, there's some points where I am just speechless because I didn't think we could actually pull this off. I was expecting Newsome. I was expecting Jonathan Jones. I was like, I just want to settle my expectations. I don't want to get, too hype about it. Who knows what's going to happen? But Adam Peters said the time to win is right now. The time to win. Raquel Thomas says, I'm really happy for y'all. He doesn't even get targeted, and he's still one of the best corners in the league. He was just stuck in New Orleans, and now he's about to get the respect he deserves. I hope y'all let him travel. I hope so. I pray that we just throw him on the number one wide receiver whoever it is and wherever they go. So Sunday, George Pickens, every single snap. I want Marshon hip to hip. I want to see that seatbelt celebration after every single pass. Even if he's not around, I want Marshon to be like, clamps, seatbelt. Like, oh my gosh. A.J. Brown twice a year versus Marshon Lattimore. That is exciting, man. That is exciting. Who do I think we pair Marshon with next season? I still think we'll draft somebody because there is a lot of like sleepers. Like Tommy Hill's a guy I like. Virginia Tech has two really good corners. There's some good depth guys in this draft that I like that have the upside to be like starters on the outside. Heck, maybe we still go Savon Revel in the late first. Maybe we still go Benjamin Morrison. But St. Juice, I just don't see him being the starter next year, y'all. Like, let's be honest. So I'm glad you brought this up, Maddie. St. Juice ain't starting outside next year. Like, we're either going to sign somebody else because we have a lot of money and we can invest in a premium position like corner or wide receiver or edge. Which I would be fine adding another corner. That's something I talked about on Bleacher Report yesterday. A lot of people were saying we didn't need just one. We needed two corners, to be honest with you. And if it's not right now, fine. We can go St. Juice the rest of the season. If he starts playing bad, we can put Noah in there. Like, I'm cool with that. But who, like I said, we got enough draft picks, and I think corner, it's a deep enough one. It's just not like top heavy to where you're going to get some crazy good guy. But with all these injuries that we've had in the draft with these guys really do concern me. Because like I said, it's like an ACL for Revel. It's like a really bad hip injury at the end of the season for Benjamin Morrison. Those are two guys I really wanted. But a 6'3", 6'4", 205-pound Sicario Davis out of Arizona, Jesus, put him on the other side. That's a lethal combo. Let's effing go, baby. Super Bowl-less. Hey, I'll see y'all in New Orleans, man. I will see y'all there. Lattimore went from 2-7 to 7-2 real quick. And shout out to him, man. Like, I feel bad for anyone on that Saints team, honestly. Like, it's just, I'm just glad we're not in that boat anymore. Like, I'm so glad we are finally out of just football hell. Shout out to Derek. As a Saints fan, I'm happy for Lat and you guys. Wish you both the best. Who dat? And shout out, to be honest with you, and God rest my grandma. One of them. She's from New Orleans. I would go to Louisiana all the time. I would spend my summers in Shreveport. I would be at casinos with her. Like we would be living up in Louisiana. Frog legs, all that. Crawdads. Like, I got love for Louisiana, except LSU. I hate LSU. So, sorry about that, Derek. Saints fans are, like, the best fans, man. Like, I have, like, a genuine, like, appreciation and love for Saints fans. And I can't say that about a lot of fan bases in the league. Like, outside of the NFC, like, I hate Browns fans, the majority of them. Like, there's some bad ones. Like, I don't know. You just have to appreciate good fan bases. And when you travel and you go to these away games, and if you're going to the New Orleans games, like, you're gonna have a great time, obviously, because it's in New Orleans. But, like, the Saints fans are one of the best in the league. And I pray that the Saints get out of this football hell. And, I mean, firing Allen, it had to happen. And I think that's what really led to, they just wanted to do right by Marshon Lattimore. We'll call him Lat. They just had to do right by him. Like someone said in the chat, like, he restructured last year and he did everything he had to do for the Saints to get the salary cap right. Like, he did everything he had to help out. They were in just a salary cap just mess. And they still are. They're expected to be 60 mil over the cap next year. I don't know what it is now after this, but they're still expected to be a lot over the salary cap. So they just wanted to do right by Marshon Lattimore, and get him out of there, man. Like, y'all are going to have to rebuild. He did what he had to do for y'all last year. Now do what's best for him and get this done. But man, what a massive, massive trade this is. I cannot tell y'all how excited I am. We had low expectations. We started talking ourselves into Jonathan Jones. We started talking ourselves into like Tre'Davious White, who's been awful this year. It would not surprise me at all if Marshon Lattimore was one of those guys that Adam Schefter was talking about of like, hey, telling their agents, I want to be traded to the Washington Commanders. I want to be one of those guys that's traded there. I want to go play with them. Here's another stat for y'all. Hey, they just keep coming, okay? Every time I see a good stat, I'm going to read it off. Fewest yards per snap allowed in coverage by a corner this season. He is third behind Patrick Surtain and Christian Benford with 0.7 yards allowed per snap in coverage. Holy smokes. If you're in any stat with Jalen Johnson, Pat Surtain, Tyreek Woolen, you're in good company. I mean, everyone just going down and reading the comments and just like reading all of the national news, people talking about this. People love this trade. Rick Spielman, who helped out Washington for a little bit, former GM for the Vikings, I want to say it was. He said they gave up a lot, but it was worth it. But you got to still balance it out. You still got to build this team around the future. And that's what we did. We built around long-term wise because, like I said, he's going to be here this year, next year, 2026. This was not a one-year rental. This was not like a Jonathan Jones situation where it's like, hey, he's going to be here for the rest of this season. Then we kind of have to figure it out after that. That is not this at all. This is a long-term. So JP Family just said, texted with a league source that thinks Emmanuel Forbes could maybe net a 5th round pick and return another set of 6th. Will be interesting to see if he's moved after the Lattimore trade. I mean, you have to trade Emmanuel Forbes, right? If you can get a 6th round, I was thinking 7th. If you can get a 6th for him, absolutely. If you can talk somebody into getting a 5th, I don't know if it's Jerry Jones who traded a 4th for Mingo. Come on, y'all. I'm trading Forbes for a 6th in a heartbeat. We just added a corner. He's not going to be active on game day. He's going to be a healthy scratch unless somebody gets hurt. He was already a healthy scratch before we added it, a corner. There is no way that we don't trade Emmanuel Forbes. We have, an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes left. If we can get a 5th for him, I'm going to be hyped. So I'm going to keep an eye on that because that kind of just came up recently. That a Forbes trade could be possible. We'll see. Let's get to some more comments. Gucci said, pair him with Jahdae Barron from Texas, a guy that's been popped off this year, really shot up the draft boards the last few months. I really liked his game against Georgia. Like I said, I live here in Austin, so I get to hear about all of the, Texas Longhorn guys balling out and stuff like that. But man, he's good. Just watching him this year, Jahdae Barron's been really good. I would not mind that at all. Forbes can grow with showing him the way. I don't know, man. The Steelers only traded a 7th for Preston Smith. Damn. Some of these trades are like, okay, these teams are overpaying, but then some are like, they did that? A 7th? I don't know. Like, Deontay Johnson going for a pick swap that really moves him up like 18 spots in the draft made no sense to me. And then Jonathan Mingo, the 6th wide receiver on that same team, got a 4th round pick. I don't know. Some of these trades are just mind blowing. But a 7th round pick for him, gosh, that's crazy. But I don't know, man. I'm all the way out on Forbes. Like I'm so out on him. And I hate to say it. Like I mean, I just, to be honest with you, I talked myself into it this offseason. Just like, all right, maybe he can be good. You know, we all knew who we wanted. We all knew who the pick should have been. And it's the guy that's balling out right now. We're not even gonna talk about that. I'm just so out on it. Like, I don't know. And it like I said, it says something that he's not even getting playing time. Like he's not even getting snaps. The team just, they don't care. Like they're just like, whatever. Like he's not out there. I just don't see him growing. He cannot be physical enough to compete with these top guys that we got to play against. Just being honest. He can't run hip for hip with these guys. If you watch Forbes, you watch his technique. I love his like arm length. I like his size, like lengthwise, but he's too small. He cannot run with these guys. Cannot run with these guys. Let's see. Hey, JTFB. Oh my Lord, until I'm shocked in trade deadline, your team got perfect trade, but Steelers got Preston Smith. Shout out to the Steelers, man. For a 7th round pick, made absolutely no sense. That was literally nothing. And then they got Mike Williams. So we'll see the Steelers on Sunday. AJ going to be a non-factor against Marshon. Watch. I'm saying, man, I'm glad it is now because it gives him a week to really settle in. You know, maybe he plays against the Steelers, maybe he doesn't. We'll see. But he gets a week before he goes up against AJ Brown. We get to see that matchup. We get to go to Philly on a Thursday and see that matchup. I'm excited. Mo said, yo, Josh, I know it's early. Do you think Benjamin Morrison could fall to us in the draft? I think so. It's going to be close. I think he's going to go somewhere in that early 20 to late 20 spot. So it really just depends on like where we fall. And then, like I said, he's out for the rest of the year. So it allows other prospects to like move up the board. But I mean, teams need corners. And he's not the only hurt one. So if you're not getting Will Johnson, if you're not getting Travis Hunter to have him play corner, you're looking at one of these hurt corners with Savon Revel, Benjamin Morrison, or like I said, Takario Davis is healthy. That's a guy who he's been shooting up the boards too. He could be like somewhere in the teens. So maybe that helps a guy like Benjamin Morrison fall to us. I would still do it in a heartbeat. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I stopped by to say the New Orleans Saints won the trade with you guys. I'm just saying we're winning the season and y'all still looking for a head coach. Jonathan said, do not forget to vote. Y'all definitely agree. Make sure y'all get those votes in if you haven't already. Today's a massive day for a lot of reasons, but voting is one of them as well. We both won the trade. If you ask me, I agree. They needed to get out of it. We needed a lockdown corner. We gave them some picks to help build around. They still have a ton of salary cap issues. Random said, let's go. Let's just trade Forbes. Shout out to the random with the question mark. Marshon is a technician. Absolutely. Within an hour, do you think we make another move? I think at the last minute we trade Forbes. I think right now we're just on the phones getting the best offer for him. And some team's going to say, we'll give you a 6th. I mean, hell, send them to the Chiefs. We beat them out for Marshon Lattimore. The best we could do is send them Forbes for like a 6. What's going on, Chef Dre? Appreciate you stopping by, man. Forbes is super young, so I mean that's the thing. Like someone's gonna have to take a swing on him. Like they might as well. You might as well take a swing on him. Seeing if anything else happened while we've been live outside of the few trades that we've talked about. Like I said, drop anything in the chat if y'all see anything pop up. But I haven't seen anything. But man, I still like don't believe it, honestly. I probably won't believe it until he's like on the field, hopefully Sunday, and locking down Pickens. But man, what a move. Like last year, we were the team to make the big trades, got rid of Sweat, got rid of Chase. But I'm telling y'all, man, our window is just so open. that I found it so hard that Adam Peters wouldn't be aggressive. I found it so hard. Why not? Everyone is getting hurt. Teams are losing to bad teams. Like, it's so wide open right now, y'all. And like our schedule. Let's see who we play the rest of the season. Let me bring it up because I like it. I like our remaining schedule. Now, of course, we got to start getting into the NFC East soon. We got, let's see, Steelers on Sunday. Then we go to Philly on Thursday. Got to play the Cowboys on 11/24 Thanksgiving week. Dak is on IR. He's not going to play that game. So it's going to be Cooper Rush against us at home. 11/24. I like that. So Steelers, I think that's a win. Eagles, we always play them really well, especially when we go to Philly. I don't know what it is, especially at nighttime. I don't know why, but we're like the equivalent to like the Giants to us. We're like them. That's what we are to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we split with the Eagles. So I'll say we win Thursday. So I think we beat the Steelers, beat the Eagles, beat the Cowboys, beat the Titans, beat the Saints, lose to the Eagles. I'll just say lose to the Falcons, beat the Cowboys. Y'all, I only see us losing 2 games the rest of the season. Am I wrong? We're 7-2 right now. 8-2 after the Steelers, 9-2 after the Eagles, 10-2 after the Cowboys, 11-2 after the Titans, 12-2 after the Saints, 12-3 after the Eagles, and I'll say 12-4 after the Falcons, 13-4 after the Cowboys. Am I wrong? Even if we lose one of these games, we shouldn't. I'll say we lose to the Cowboys once, which obviously I didn't really want to pick them, but ain't no way in hell we're losing to the Saints and Titans. I'm just saying. That's crazy, man. We might legit be the second seed in the NFC, depending on what happens with the Lions. Guys, if we sweep the Eagles, like we have a legit shot at being the 1 seed in the NFC. That is crazy to think about. This schedule is so favorable. So favorable. Man. Bro, don't feed into those that's trolling about that trade. It was a fair trade, and real Saints fans will never be in here trolling. Bro, and I agree. I think on both sides, it was very fair. Absolutely fair. Y'all had to do it. We needed it. And we got it done. Ethan said, Josh, do you think this means Edge is their target come draft? Hard to imagine we stay at 29 but end up with James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee or Jack Sawyer from Ohio State would be a dream scenario. There's a lot of good edge rushers this draft. There's a lot of like sleeper edge rushers in this draft too. But like where we are in the like currently in the draft, if the draft like order ended today, I would say, man, because like the wide receiver class, I'm not the biggest fan of it either. But if we can get like a Trey Harris at that spot at wide receiver, absolutely do that. Like obviously it depends on what happens with free agency. If we can get T. Higgins, you do that. But man, I feel like all the top, like the best edge rushers that I like are going like top 15. Abdul Carter, in my opinion, should go number 1 overall. Then you have guys like Skirton, then you have Pierce. Gosh, there's a lot of them, to be honest with you. There's a lot of edge rushers in this draft class I like. Rahul Reddy said, I think they get a conditional 6 for Forbes. I could see it. It's probably going to be a conditional pick because is Forbes really going to play that much with his new team? Who knows? If anything, we lost. We only got a 3rd and 4th. Washington got an all-pro who's going to help them compete how they lose. I agree. Come on. Don't get me excited, man. Max Crosby was never on the trade block. Absolutely not. If he was, I would drive to Vegas myself and pick that man up. Absolutely would. Random said, is our 3rd or the Dolphins' 3rd we got from the Dotson trade? It's our 3rd, and which is good. Because the Dolphins' third is going to be better because they're going to have a worse record than us, obviously. But according to everything I saw, yeah, it was our third, our fourth this year, and the sixth that we got from the John Ridgeway trade, and then we got their 5th round pick. Aaron, this is a good one. I talk about this today. Sebastian Joseph Day, D tackle, he's on the Titans right now, is a name that's come up a couple of times of teams like calling around about. But like Mathis has been great and Newton's been great. I think they're gonna, settle in that interior D line spot and ball out. Like I have high hopes for them. But when you talk about running the ball, teams are running the ball too much against us. A guy like Joseph Day would really help the run defense, especially in that middle. You can rotate some guys in. You're already kind of doing that with a couple guys. I would not mind getting Sebastian Joseph Day at all. I would not mind that at all. Because like I said, you got Saquon. You got Saquon twice. We see what he's doing. You got the Steelers who next Sunday who've been running the ball really well lately. The Cowboys run game, not worried about it. Alvin Kamara, cool. Titans, not worried about. Falcons, Bijan, whatever. Like, I mean, just having to play against Saquon twice is enough to say, okay, I'm kind of looking for some D tackle help to really help out that run defense. Some people are saying it is our third. Some people are saying it's the Dolphins' third. Everything I've seen, though, was saying that it was our third. Maybe I'm crazy, though. Somebody look it up. Everything that I've seen, Adam Schefter said a third. I don't know. Somebody look it up and let me know. But from everything I saw, I thought it was our third, which I would prefer it to be our third. Because like I said, the Dolphins, the one that we got from the Eagles. Let me see if I can look it up. All these other trades have been going on. Everybody's saying it's not our third. Let me see. Gosh, there's so much that's happened so far today. I don't know if y'all have notifications on from like everyone around the league like I do. Let me see. Because Schefter at one point said it was our third. I mean, even if it is the Dolphins' third, whatever. So Nikki said, shout out to Nikki Javala, said Saints get 2025 third, Washington's own. So it is ours. It's not the one we got from Philly. Like, she would definitely know. Everyone else kind of said a third. But she specifically said it was Washington's own third. Which, like I said, I'd prefer. Everyone else just said a third, didn't really specify which one. I mean, yeah, everyone just says a third. But Nikki was specific when she said Washington's own third. She's the only one that really put a stamp on it and said Washington's own. So that's what I'm rolling with. That's kind of what I saw before, like we went live. I was like, all right, that's fine. It's our third round pick that we had before. Just our natural third, which, like I said, great. The Dolphins pick is going to be better than ours by a pretty good jump, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think Washington's done with the trade stuff, y'all. And shout out to Rio, man. They tried to shut his channel down. The ops tried to get my boy Rio's channel. We cannot let that happen. He got it back, thankfully, right before all this stuff started happening. So I'm glad he got that figured out. Boski said, wouldn't mind Calais Campbell for D-line help. That's another one people coming to me about. I would be fine with that too. Once again, any kind of interior D-line help. Now, these guys like Sebastian Joseph Day, Calais Campbell would obviously be like this year. This isn't like the long term like Lattimore is, to where it's like, okay, he's going to be here 2-3 years. Both of those guys Sebastian Joseph Day and Calais Campbell would be like just to help us out. Like, you know how teams usually just, sign these late guys at the end of the year to kind of like help them with that playoff push. That's pretty much what it would be for us. And like I said, I'd be fine with it. 2 veteran guys, especially Calais Campbell. Like, I think he's still good. From what I've seen, like from Calais Campbell in the last like year or two, I think he's still good. He would definitely be a guy that helps out, especially stopping the run. He can still get to the quarterback too. So he would just make the whole D-line better, obviously. Shout out to Simba Sports Hub. Go subscribe to their channel and listen to the podcast and everything that they do. Appreciate you always coming by here. Aaron said, yeah, we need help in the run defense to get this good pass defense. Let's get the help at them. That's the only thing I would really actually want right now is a D tackle. Like, I'm honestly good on a wide receiver. If it's Adam Thielen, if it's KJ Osborne or whatever, like, and I've been saying this, it has to be someone that like really moves the needle for me. I don't know if those guys move the needle for me. Like, KJ Osborne's not bad. I'm not saying either of these guys are bad. It's just we're playing really well with Noah Brown. My boy Luke McCaffrey is open all the time. He just isn't, along the progressions of what Jaden Daniels going through and the reads and everything. But it's coming. He's going to get them. Like, he's going to find them soon. I promise you, when they are in the film room and they're breaking down plays, I promise you, Jaden Daniels sees Luke McCaffrey wide open. He's looking at him and say, hey, I promise you I'm going to get you. So I'm going to get you sometime soon. So like, I'm honestly fine with not getting a wide receiver. Rossini said the Titans have received calls on Jeffrey Simmons. If I was the Titans, I'm turning down all those phone calls. Arden Key, edge rusher, and then Sebastian Joseph Day. So Titans are looking to sell some pieces. Azeez Ojulari, I'm surprised he hasn't been traded yet because he's a beast. New York is looking for a high 5th pick or a late 4th rounder for him. I'm surprised the team hasn't done that. I think somebody will do that. So there's still a lot of like good D-line players out there looking for a new team. But I don't want to go anything crazy. I'm fine with getting Sebastian Joseph Day to help with the run stop. That's it. We traded away 3 picks. We got another one. So I'm good on that. I'm fine. I don't really want another wide receiver. Seeing if there's any other rumors coming out while we're on here. We only got an hour left till the trade deadline. I just don't see us making any other moves. If we do, it's going to be super small. Super small. But Steelers see what we're doing. They're like, hey, we got a big game on Sunday. They got Preston Smith. They got Mike Williams. If they play Sunday, who knows? Oh, man. If Azeez Ojulari goes to the 49ers, I'm going to be pissed because that would be perfect for them, honestly. They should absolutely do that. But I don't see any other real things happening right now. Nothing crazy. So I think we're safe. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream right here, guys, because it's been fun. Been live for a little over an hour. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. If anything else goes down, y'all know I'm going to go live. Y'all, I told y'all I told y'all this morning, once I go to the gym and start my day, that's when all this stuff happens. I came right home. I got my cigars. And look, Adam Peters, man. I got 2 of them. I got another one for the playoff run. And I got another one for the Super Bowl. They're going to sit right here at my desk. I'm going to smoke a cigar for every playoff game we win. And if we win the Super Bowl, first off, or even if we go to the Super Bowl, it's going to be more than a cigar. I promise you that. There's going to be some bottles up in this room. But I appreciate y'all stopping by, y'all. This is going to be a special end of the season. We got Marshon Lattimore. This should be exciting to y'all. If you haven't been to a game yet, please do. I've been to 2. I'll be at the Titans game. I'm getting tickets to that one. I'll be back home for Thanksgiving, so I will be at the Titans game. So if you're going to that, let me know. I was at the Tampa Bay Bucks game week 1 in Tampa, which is a great time. Obviously, the game didn't go how we wanted. And then I was at the Bears game to see the Hail Mary. Absolutely life-changing. So if you haven't been to a game yet, make a way to get there, whether it's at home, whether if you live somewhere else, find an away game to go to. Away games are just as fun because our fans are crazy. But get to a game, y'all. Get to a game. I'm telling y'all, if we make it to the playoffs, me and Rio already said, if you've seen me and Rio at a game, y'all know how we are. You know how we act up. If we get to a playoff game, it's a wrap. One of us is getting arrested. That's all I know. But hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if anything happens, you can turn on notifications. I know my guy, Chef Dre, got the notifications on. If something goes down, I will be here to talk about it and break it all down. I'm Josh Taylor. Here's the JTFB channel, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.